Hello, class. This is just Mr. Wee. I'm going to help you out with this worksheet here, the organic nomenclature worksheet. You guys got this on Thursday, and it's going to be due tomorrow on a Tuesday. So let's just kind of help you out with each kind of section, like maybe one problem each section or a few problems. So over here, it says for you to name or draw the following alkane structures, okay? So which, by the way, you got to ask yourself, if you're talking about alkanes, am I talking about any double bonds or triple bonds? The question is, or the answer is no. You're looking at only single bonds between each carbon, okay? Meaning this, I should only see like a single bond between each carbon in a structure, not this, okay? Not a double bond, okay? We're not looking at that, okay? And not a triple bond either, okay? So that means alkanes are only carbons that are singly bonded, like this guy right here. Okay, so this is who we're looking at. Okay, so I erased that. Okay, so let's look at, that's not like the first one, but let's look at the second one over here, okay? So you got to ask yourself, how many carbons do you see on this molecule before we name it? So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm kind of going to shift my tab over here. Let's see if you guys can. Okay, so here are your notes from what was it? From Thursday. Okay, and you can kind of see here if you have one carbon. Whoops! If you have one carbon, okay, like right here, or one carbon, we call this methane. It has the prefix of meth or met. Okay. If you have two carbons, you have ethane. Eth, okay, that's the prefix. If you have three carbons right here, 1, 2, 3 carbons linked together, it's going to be pro. Okay. If you have 4 carbons together, you're going to be butane. All right. And if you have 5, kind of like the pentagon, right? 5 sides, you have 5 carbons. Pentane. Okay. So, and it continues on. So let's kind of go back over here. So if you guys look here, you guys count how many carbons are. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you guys remember the prefix for it, it's bu. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down. Butane. Okay? Because there's 4 carbons connected together. So it's just butane, all right? So that's your answer. And it's ane, the last prefix, because we're looking at alkanes, all right? We're looking at alkanes. A-N-E, just like this. A-N-E, butane. Okay, it's not just bu or but, okay? It's butane, okay? Butane. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase that. And let's go ahead and talk about propane here. Propane. So what does that tell you? Okay, so if we go back to, let's see. If I go back here, let's shift over here. If I go back here, let's see, pro. Let's see. This is kind of pro, okay? How many carbons do you see? 1, 2, 3 carbons. Okay, we're looking at 3 carbons linked to each other. So if you go back here, let's see. Sorry, I'm kind of switching back and forth. I'm really new with this program here. There's 3 carbons. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to see if I can draw. Okay. Oops. Okay. I have 3 carbons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw just the basic line structure. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 carbons right there, right? Like propane. But remember, how many bonds can carbon have? I'll tell you this. It has 4 valence electrons, okay? Why is my thing not... here, let me see if I can get this to work. Okay. So I have 4... so basically, carbon can bond to 4 different guys, all right? Right now, it has 1 bond. This carbon has already 1 bond to this carbon. How many other bonds can it make, okay? It can make 4... a total of 4. It's already bonded to 1 guy, so it can actually only make 3 more. Get it? 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds. And remember, these are what we call hydrocarbons, because everything that's it's linked together. Carbons are linked together with each other and other hydrogens. All right, and remember, these are single bonds because they're alkanes. Okay, so everything else is just one single hydrogen. Okay, that's 1 hydrogen. It's another hydrogen. That's another hydrogen. So every carbon, if it's besides being linked to each other, it's going to be linked to a hydrogen. Now look at the middle one, okay? The second guy. How many bonds does it already have? It has 2. There's 1 right here, and there's 1 over here. So that means it only has room for 2 more bonds. So like I said, any other bonds that you have are going to be to hydrogens, for now at least, okay, in terms of what we know. Okay, so that guy has 2 hydrogens. And then look at the third guy, right? Look at the third carbon. It has 1 bond. So how many other bonds can it make? Remember, it makes a total of 4, meaning I can make 3 more bonds to hydrogens. Okay, why did I draw that? You will see, okay? Okay, hopefully that's clear right there. So look at the structure I made. So here's how you're going to write it for propane. I'm going to write the first C, write how many hydrogens are connected to it. 3. 1, 2. I'm sorry, the hydrogen right there. And then I'm going to write this kind of the small little subscript of 3. Then I go to the next carbon. So I write him and how many hydrogens he has. Don't be confused. They're not all CH3. Okay, look how many hydrogens are actually in the middle guy. There's only 2. 1, 2. Right here. 1. Sorry, I'm circling it there, and I shouldn't have done that. Oh, whoops. Okay, so CH3. There's 2 in the middle one. I accidentally erased that. Bummer. So if I can kind of redraw that really quick, see how fast I can do it. Okay, that last one over here, I'm not going to redraw the other 2 right there, but the last one only had 3 hydrogens as well. If you guys remember, I'm just redrawing what I just drew like 2 minutes ago. Okay, so that one's going to be CH3. And unlike me, kind of write them closer together, kind of like right next to each other, like this one. CH3 should be closer to CH2, and this CH3 should be close to CH2. So that's how you guys do the first section. Okay, so I'll help you guys on the next few in just a second in part 2. Okay, let's just make this like a 2-part worksheet. Okay, guys, good luck with this, and hope it helps. Wait, try to turn this off. Okay, we're officially done. I'm just trying to turn off the video now, so bit of a pain, right?